This is a demo about Mary, the U.S. brand manager for DuraBar, a nutritional offering for sports enthusiasts. Mary works for a transformational marketing company, where transformational means three things: embrace social media as mainstream and integrate it with traditional means to reach consumers, strive for one-to-one dialogue, and make decisions in real time to do less of what doesn't work and more of what does. Mary has a set of tools that aid her in increasing advocacy effectiveness. I will show you how she uses a dashboard based on Cognos, campaign management from Unica, web analytics from Core Metrics, and modeling from SPSS. She also uses Twitter and a mobile tablet computer. Mary already has a comprehensive, holistic advocacy program in place. She knows that a small number of people are disproportionately influential in the communities that matter most to her product sales. Mary uses this program to evaluate the effectiveness of her marketing campaigns and to manage performance against two established business objectives. First, increase overall advocacy ratings by 25% in all microsegments in 6 months. And two, convert 50 near advocates to full advocates in the next campaign. Using SPSS regression analysis and auto-segmentation, 5 microsegments, which account for 40% of total business, have been identified as key to DuraBar's desired business results. Criteria have been established to rate community members based on their social engagement and business relevance. For business relevance, Mary focuses on demonstrated advocate impact on marketing programs, shipments, and consumption and market share. During this demonstration, we'll show you how Mary works with her toolset to interact with these advocates in powerful ways. She scans their mentions to learn about product issues and reaches out to them as a form of primary research to get qualitative inputs. She also tunes her campaigns to address their interests in specifically personal ways, and measures the results to ensure she strengthens their eminence and improves DuraBar's bottom line. The demo is divided into 3 parts: pulse check on key trending issues, campaign planning, and result evaluation. Well, it's been 3 weeks since Mary oversaw the launch of a new flavor extension for DuraBar. As she starts her workday, she fires up her social media marketing dashboard, which shows everything she's focused on as a marketer, with drill-in options as needed. The left side of the dashboard shows overall DuraBar sales and advocate totals. The right upper graph tracks campaign metrics, and the right lower graph shows positive sentiment trends for the attributes that Mary is working to associate with DuraBar. The new flavor has gotten mixed response, with an ingredient issue involving partially hydrogenated vegetable oil getting a lot of attention. The positive sentiment graph shows a market drop, and overall buzz has been rising. Mary asks herself, do I have a problem here that requires a response? To get the answer, Mary drills in to isolate consumer sentiment that specifically relates to the nutrition topic. Yesterday, the negative nutrition sentiment cell was orange, but now it's turned red, as negativity has increased. To further understand the situation, Mary clicks on the red cell to view the actual negative statements which led to the red status. This drill down not only shows the negative statements for Mary to review, it also provides the originating web source for click-through review of the entire source document. Mary completes her assessment by quickly pulling up an article published yesterday in the Center for Science in the Public Interest. It was referenced repeatedly in the most recent posts, reporting on an energy scam among makers of energy bars. Mary's pre-launch investigation hinted at this issue, but her findings weren't conclusive. At this point, it's clear that the public has a negative response to the new DuraBar ingredient, but Mary wants to get a better understanding of how this issue is viewed by her elite advocate community. So she tweets to them, "Did you see the CPSI article? What do you think?" And she plans to check for responses in 15 minutes on her iPad, since by then she will be in a meeting. Before rushing off to that meeting, Mary drills into her dashboard's emerging topics view. In the past, this has been invaluable for highlighting trending issues that she didn't even think of asking about. This view stratifies consumer conversations from left to right over time, highlighting the importance of topics by varying the size of the text. Each layer can be drilled into individually, and Mary makes a note to follow up later in the day on several of them. A short time later on her iPad, Mary sees that the first set of responses from her advocates indicate that they consider this to be a relatively low-profile issue among serious cyclists. Nevertheless, she makes a note to schedule an urgent meeting with her R&D and supply chain team based on this feedback. Later that day, Mary sits down to design her next campaign. Generally speaking, her campaign strategy is to drive demand generation activity to and through advocates within each microsegment, because that's the most effective way to influence consumer preference for DuraBar. She also focuses her campaigns on acquiring new advocates from a pool of near advocates, as measured by her social analytics dashboard. For this campaign, Mary will create an optimized, actionable offer for advocates in her cycling microsegment. Mary's marketing analyst recently modeled advocate uptake and community buzz based on 2 test offers. Offer A will work best for advocates who actively participate in bike races. Offer B will work for more price-sensitive advocates. Mary is happy with the estimates for new advocate development and coupon redemptions after advocates have forwarded the offers through to their networks. Mary's marketing analyst also created a separate predictive model to select the best channel for reaching each advocate. Mary takes a quick look at the results from the last campaign to confirm that these are the correct channel preferences and sees that it's a match. Finally, Mary takes a quick look at the East and West Coast distribution for cycling segment advocates, with an eye on funding events in San Diego and Atlanta in her next campaign. Their on-site participation will both strengthen their eminence and increase the likelihood of increased mentions of DuraBar. Mary uses Unica Campaign to select the advocates and near advocates to deliver the messages as part of a much broader Get Ready for Fall campaign. Within a flowchart, corporate business rules such as contact fatigue criteria are applied to ensure that the same advocate isn't contacted multiple times across campaigns. Anyone who has recently opted out or died is also excluded from the campaign. Mary then segments the recipients and assigns them to receive either an email, SMS, or Twitter message. Once she confirms that the list is correct, she creates the final file used to deliver the personalized message and also retains a record of each contact for this campaign. A week later, Mary has to prepare for a management review. The cross-functional team she assembled to investigate the trans fat issue has documented their findings, and she'll share their recommendations during the meeting. She also wants to present results from the recent cycling campaign, so she opens up her dashboard. She sees a 3% increase in near advocates and a 5% increase in advocates. Sentiment is recovering, and mentions are up with a fairly obvious correlation to campaign launches. She clicks on Get Ready for Fall to get a detailed perspective on the cycling campaign. She sees that uptake on the offer was strong. The offer's got a healthy number of mentions and site visits. Also, the links were forwarded approximately 2,000 times, and nearly 1,600 coupons were redeemed since the campaign launched. She also sees a substantial increase in the number of cyclist advocates, as well as conversion of near advocates to full advocates in her advocate lifecycle view. After filtering by microsegment, Mary sees that activity and sentiment during the cycling campaign period are positive, confirming the success of the program. As usual, Mary is very pleased she can measure her social media marketing results with such precision. But she recognizes that unless she can correlate the improved social media metrics with positive sales outcomes, the social media improvements may not really matter. Recently, Mary got access to new cutting-edge technology from IBM Research. It's called temporal causal modeling and was developed by the same lab that created Watson from the TV program Jeopardy! With this new modeling capability, Mary can accommodate the varying speeds at which her campaigns play out across social networks. This results in a better, more accurate method for confirming that social marketing activity actually impacts sales. The results show how Mary can maximize her DuraBar sales by driving positive sentiment around nutrition, stamina, and overall buzz or mentions. This ability to quantify the ROI in her social media marketing is a key aspect of her presentation to management during the upcoming review. Well, that's about it for the demo. For more information, please contact IBM's Smarter Commerce team to put your social media strategy and performance into high gear.